Hey girlfriends, I want to talk to you today about a special kind of vision board that I call a kingdom vision board.
Where would I be without God and my girlfriend?
Have you heard of a vision board? They're pretty common. It's just a board that people put pictures on, words, places that you might like to go, things you might like to do in your life, things you might like to have. It's a pretty common thing. It's a DIY kind of thing, and it's created for the purpose of demonstrating personal goals or dreams. So literally, it's a board or any sort of thing that you display images with or without words on that illustrate whatever you hope to be or do or have in your life. When I was going through my desert experience of losing my singing voice, I talked about that in another episode. There was a 5-year desert experience of not knowing what was next in my life. I was a wife and mom, and of course loved that season of my life, but I just wasn't sure. Am I done with music now? I'd had songs cut by some country artists that you might know, but I just laid all that down because I couldn't sing anymore, and I just had this sense that God had me on a different track, and I wasn't sure if my voice was ever going to come back. So one day I was just thinking about it and praying about it and just kind of talking to God about it. And I was like, Lord, what's next for me? Is my voice going to come back? Do you have something else for me? And I thought of something that I did years ago. I used to make these, they were like vision boards, but I called them dream diaries. I would go to a craft store and buy these spiral bound artist sketchbooks. And I would cut out pictures and put them on there with, words and scriptures, but really places I'd like to go, things I'd like to do, basically what you do on a vision board. But this time I had a different thought. I had a next level thought, and I knew that it was the Lord speaking. And I heard him say, go ahead and make a vision board. It's been a while since you've done something like this, but this time it's going to be different. This time, instead of putting things on there that you would like to do, in places you'd like to go, goals that you have, things that you love, ask me to be your vision. Ask me to bring my plans for your life and what I see you doing, what I see you accomplishing. And I thought, wow, well, that's cool. That's a great idea. I don't know how to do it, but I say yes. So I just prayed about it, and God led me through a process that I ended up writing a blog about it, and you can read it at lisahendrick.com. But I realized when I wrote the blog that it is a step-by-step process, the mechanical process of it. But I knew at the time, someone might land on this blog, and my experience and what I've put on this blog might lead them, into their own experience with you, Lord. But I just had a sense and a knowing that because there's so much more to it than just making a board, God was literally leading me through a process of not only letting go of my ideas. I mean, I still had those desires in my heart, and some of those things ended up on the board, but this was different. It was a process of allowing myself to, I call it like, it's almost like invisible ink that showed up on the board. There are things that I now look back on and I realize I would have never put this on a board. And the things that came to life after it and are still coming to life are so big, so amazing, so incredible. I see these things coming up out of the ground and I realize none of this ever would have happened if I hadn't asked God to be my vision and order my steps, which was what the Kingdom Vision Board process was. Well, I'm excited to let you all know that I now have a Kingdom Vision Board experience. I've got a program that you can participate in. If you're in a place where you feel like you're needing fresh vision, I want you all to know that the first launch of it is designed for girlfriends, by girlfriends, with girlfriends. So you can check it out by going to kingdomvisionboard.com, and I hope to meet you there. Bye, girlfriends.